Hi there and welcome to Online Check-In, the fast-track guide to all that's cool and crazy in travel on the web. I'm Carmen Roberts. Years ago, when we went on holiday, we sent the obligatory postcard. Now we have faster and more efficient ways to gloat thanks to social media. But one thing you won't be writing home about is if you check into a grubby hotel room. And sadly, they're all too common in the UK. That's why our favourite travel consumer champion, Travel Rants, has started a campaign to clean up British hotels ahead of the Olympic Games next year. Here's a hotel Darren Cronian stayed at recently.
I paid £55 a night for this hotel. It's on the Strand in London. There's no way I am walking on my bare feet on this floor. It's disgusting.
So now he's asking the public to name and shame dirty British hotels on the Travel Rants website or Facebook page. Just because your room is cheap doesn't mean it shouldn't be clean. And then you can save your pennies for going on the London Eye or a tour of the Houses of Parliament. Which brings me to our next site. GetYourGuide.com can help you compare and book a range of activities and tours anywhere in the world. It uses an open marketplace approach, aggregating tours by local professional suppliers. Then you can make an informed decision based on price, product and reviews. Basically, what websites like Booking.com did for hotels, Get Your Guide is trying to do for tours and activities. Smart move, because recent surveys showed that most travellers would prefer to spend on holiday experiences as well as hotels and scrimp on the flight. So flycheapo.com could be just the ticket, showing you which budget airline flies to which airport in Europe. Although it's not always 100% accurate, it's the most comprehensive I've seen so far. If you're in Asia, Air Ninja is a similar site. But like FlyCheapo, you can't book or search for available dates. But it's a good starting point to save you a few dollars, euros or ringgit. Staying in the air, and Cathay Pacific is helping promote its home hub with the newly launched Discover Hong Kong mobile app. The app uses augmented reality technology, so you'll never be hungry for dim sum or lost for a shopping mall again. The tourist board says it's working with local Wi-Fi providers to allow free access to over 8,000 hotspots. Have you given this app a whirl? Did you get free Wi-Fi? Let me know how you got on, or just drop me a line if you have another website or app tip. The email address is on the screen now. Here's an app that you can use in flight. The window seat allows you to see exactly what's down below. It pinpoints the current location of your flight and gives you a description of the scenery, sights and cities below. These days, of course, more and more flights offer internet access. So if you're surfing the friendly skies, then navigate to Mondo Window. Enter your flight number and the site downloads a moving map of the landscape you're flying over. Yes, I know, most airlines have maps on their in-flight entertainment, but Mondo Window is truly interactive, with thousands of geotagged links and photos. This site is still in beta and does have the occasional crash. But unlike the plane's actual windows, these apps and sites do work at night, and even if you're in the dreaded middle seat. Tweet of the Week time now, and the pop culture travel guide Jaunted has posted about an in-flight hula dancing flash mob on Hawaiian Airlines. It's not quite Lady Gaga, but still good for a giggle, especially if you don't have seat-back TVs. Enjoy. See you next time.
Cambodia might be best known to tourists for the splendours of Angkor Wat and the horrors of the killing fields, but these days the country's also looking forward. There's been a revival in traditional and contemporary arts across the country, and Phnom Penh has become something of a hotbed for creativity and young talent. Michelle Yanachan travelled to the capital to see the resurgence for herself.
Behind me, these children today are practicing folk dance for 8 hours, and it's an example of how traditional arts is trying to be revived across the country.
I want to understand my culture and keep it alive, and to make sure the younger generation learn about our culture so it doesn't disappear.
When I'm older, I want to work for an arts foundation and to perform too, if that's possible.
Both these students are supported by Cambodia Living Arts, which organises and funds their dance classes. But it's finding teachers that presents one of the toughest challenges. During the Khmer Rouge genocide, artists were targeted, erasing a legacy of talent, skill and expertise.
During and after the Khmer Rouge, the artists found a lot of difficulties. I really struggled, but now the country keeps developing and it won't go back to those days without art and culture.
The arts is improving at a very high speed. There was once only one dance school, but now Khmer dance is spreading around the country.
To date, much progress has relied on charitable support, but some believe the future will be more commercial, including engaging tourism. In the high season, there's a regular show at the open-air stage by Chaktamak Theatre. The commentary's in Khmer and English, and the audience includes tourists as well as locals.
There is now about 1.5 million tourists comes to Cambodia every year. What I think we should be able to see is not just having them focusing on visiting the temples, but also having a different experience of Cambodian culture.
There's also been a strong growth in film here, helped by the founding of Bapana, which archives the country's documentary and feature films, as well as providing funding for young film students. But one of the challenges, as filmmaker Ritipan highlights, is the lack of performance spaces.
It's very hard for artists, for young artists, because even if you learn a lot about how to dance, if you have not place to express your dance, you are not an artist.
Artists are turning to abandoned buildings, gardens and cafes. And at the Hotel de la Paix in Siem Reap, the bar and lobby doubles as an art gallery. Another way some artists are making their practice more relevant is by moving towards contemporary forms of expression, like at Khmer Arts. This is one of Cambodia's few salaried dance companies, which brings together classical traditions as well as contemporary forms.
The revenues that generate by tourists is a good revenue to, if you use it properly, is to use to elevate the local culture.
There's a strong sense Cambodia is moving towards a more artistically free and open future, and one which tourists will benefit from too, as they're able to connect with the country's cultural identity today, as well as its traditions.
Michelle Yanachan enjoying a revival of the arts in Cambodia. And that's all we've got time for this week, I'm afraid. Do try and join us again next time, when Rajan finds out if all-inclusive hotels really mean the end for bustling old towns at popular resorts. And if that hasn't quite quenched your thirst for travel, then log into our website, bbc.com/fasttrack. Or there's always bbc.com/travel for even more. This week, the focus is on the Philippines, with a look at diving in the island province of Palawan. But until next time, from me, Fiona Foster, and the rest of the team here in New York, bye-bye.